Sorry I'm a bit late. I was just watching another creator talking about Brian Laundry updates going live on TikTok, and I didn't realise what the time was. Have I been? I've been great, darling. Just did my grocery shopping. Just bought a shit ton of vegetables. My kitchen, my fridge is looking very green. Hi, Leah Kristen. How am I saying your name right, darling? Hi, Dance. Hi, guys. Hey, love. Can we try an experiment? What's the experiment, darling? Yes, good idea. What is it? Hello, wonderful woman. Oh, awesome one. Thank you. Thanks so much. Hello, Loz. Please explain. Everyone is you pushed out for new people. Everyone is you pushed out. Everyone is reflecting the thinking, the dominant thinking in your mind all the time. They're reflecting what you think about you, what you think about them, and what you think about situations, like relationships, money, etc. Simply how the world works. Hey, Jazz, listening from my taxi in Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan? Are you in Azerbaijan? The only time I ever hear the word Azerbaijan is during Eurovision. Azerbaijan, nil point. What is in my hair? Loz, my SP contacted me. I have movement. Thanks so much. Oh, who's this? Wonderful, Dance. Yay. Oh, fantastic. We all affirm for one person at a time. Oh, wonderful, darling. Yes, we all affirm for one person at a time. What do you mean? That's the challenge? Oh, teacher Kristen. Call me Kristen. Oh, okay, Kristen. Oh, you must be Dutch or something, are you? Saying like Lehrer, like in German, Leherrer. But you must be Dutch or Swedish, are you? So it's spelled slightly differently. Teacher Kristen, yes. So you're in Azerbaijan, you're travelling, darling. Oh my God, Coco the Flash. We all affirm for one person at a time. What do you mean? For someone in the group, you mean? What do you mean, darling? What's the challenge? I don't get it. What is your thoughts on Sammy's "it is natural for me" affirmations? Yeah, sure, that's fine. That's what Neville kind of said. If you've got to get into the naturalness of the feeling that it's true. If it doesn't feel natural for you, it won't manifest. So he says things like, would it feel natural? Wayne Dyer gives this example, and Wayne Dyer's all Neville. He says, would it feel natural to be a huge linebacker football player if you're 5'8" and tiny and skinny? And the answer would be no. So it's probably pretty impossible for you to manifest. So you're going to start playing for the giant, I don't know what the name of the football teams are over there. But he uses a football team as an example because someone said, I've always been dreaming of being a football player. And a guy says, but look at you, you're 5'8" and skinny. Do you think that's possible for you? Does that feel natural to you? And the guy says, no. He says, well, the naturalness of feeling is part of manifestation. So what Sammy's using is Neville's technique of saying, it is natural for me to feel this way, so I feel natural being like this, or this is what I'm like, or I am like this now, or it just feels right for me. So, yeah. What does she say? She says feel natural, or it's natural for me. I mean, Sammy's saying a whole lot of stuff recently that apparently is like just dawned on her, but she's used to say shit like that before. Like, I've always been like this, or this feels right for me. It's the kind of semantics. She's just changing the wording. Congratulations. What are we congratulating people about? Oh, Norwegian. Oh, I thought it was something like that. Danish or Norwegian or something. I'm half Danish, but I don't know any Danish. Everyone, Loz and Sasha, Kim, incredible. What? What's this? Everyone, Loz, Sasha and Kim are incredible. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Dance. One of my exes confesses his love for me. I take it. SP next and self-concept's on point. Oh, nautical, wonderful. One of your exes has confessed their love. Well, it's working, darling. Thanks for the rose, Hilla. 1 Zrika. Thank you, darling. 10 roses. Hi, Loz. I'm going to see aboard my SP, but he's in a relationship. How do I get rid of third party? See aboard. Are you going to go abroad and see him, or aboard a boat? I don't know what you mean by that, but darling, don't worry about the third party. Just get them out of your mind, and imagine when you see them, they just are so thrilled to see you, and just banish the third party from your mind. Imagine you and them together. Imagine only good outcomes from seeing them, okay? Imagine it's going to go brilliantly. Imagine how you want it to go. Formulate a scene in your mind how you want it to go. Grand Risings, Loz. Hope you're good. Oh, hello there. Should I stop affirming if I don't feel the urge? I still want my manifestation, but doubting less. Well, guys, look, if you're stepping into the state and you really believe it's true and you're really living from the end, then don't affirm and don't visualize. Hi, Brody. Collective consciousness power, e.g., ask we all affirm for, say, Leah Star. Oh, okay, for one person at a time, we all do it. I don't know if I believe that it's any stronger that we all do it. I don't know if I believe in that collective consciousness stuff. I think you're just as powerful by yourself as 10,000 other people doing it all at once, honestly. I think that's a very limiting LOA belief that we all need to manifest collectively, because if we all do it collectively, then it'll help. Like, the only thing I think collectively that would help with is something like changing a whole lot of people's beliefs about COVID. You would need to collectively, consciously manifest everyone having new beliefs about COVID. But collectively, consciously manifesting for one person and their desire, I think that one person's strong enough and powerful enough to do it themselves. But you could do that. It could be a challenge. But I just think that's a limiting belief challenge, because it's kind of saying, I'm not powerful enough by myself to do this. I need other people's help. Make sense? But I get what you're saying. It's a great idea. I don't know where we do it, probably in the Facebook group. He is posting quotes directly about me and doesn't text me. What's this? What are you saying? I realised I can't live in the end. I mean, who's sending me streamers and things? Daily affirmation to help free yourself from your current subconscious. I serve my time and I am not your prisoner anymore. Oh, from your current subconscious. Like, you're trapped in your fucking subconscious mind like it's a prison. That's wonderful, Brody. I've served my time and I'm not your prisoner anymore. That's great. I feel like SP's coming. Felt this for over a week now. Still persisting. Wonderful, darling. Self-concept is really the best thing to change your life. Wonderful, Nautica. I realised I can't live in the end. What are you saying, darling? I can stick it keeps jumping. I mean, live as if my SP was already with me. How can I do? I mean, live as if my SP was already with me. I realised I can't live in the end. Why can't you? What, your imagination's so screwed, you can't go back to the imagination you had as a child where you can imagine things like them lying in bed with you. You can't imagine it? How bad is your imagination? How fucked up is it got, darling? You can't imagine it. Work on that. You're kind of imagining you want to see it. I just want you to think it. It's just thinking, darling. Can't you think it? If you're trying to see it in the 3D or feel feelings whilst doing it or believe it whilst doing it, that's why you're having trouble. I simply want you to think a thought like, they love me, they're here with me. It's a thought, darling. It doesn't involve anything other than thinking. It's not a trying process, as Dylan James says. It's not something you have to really, really try to do. If you're finding it hard, it's because you're trying to believe it and feel it. Got it? Everyone will bring their own issues to a joint manifestation. Oh, well, but it won't affect you. It's like everyone's in their own reality. So what they're fucking manifesting, that's why creative consciousness doesn't really make any sense. Everyone is one, right? But if we're all manifesting separately in our own separate realities, what that person's manifesting over there probably won't have much of an effect on you, really. Because it's what you're manifesting that matters. I mean, I do manifest for other people, but it's in my reality they turn up that way. I think it's an LOA thing that wouldn't really... I think it's a very limiting belief to think that you need other people's help. That's just me. If you want to do that, go ahead. Part 1. I just am so triggered yesterday. Message SP with a rampage. He'll respond with what I want. His response... Yes, Meg? Where is it? Was, it's going to be okay. I will come to see you soon. I'm affirming the good in that. Good, darling. Good. What's this, Adele? I had a little movement Friday night, so keeping on affirming. Good, Adele, good. SP is back, and I was emotional since the first time I saw him after abortion. He triggered me. Oh, Emmy. Oh, God, darling, that's awful. Okay, so don't worry about you getting emotional. Just imagine that he loves how emotional you get. He loves seeing you cry. He loves seeing you vulnerable. He loves that about you. Don't give a bad meaning, darling. My whole week has been fucked. Oh, well. Okay. Great. Why are you saying that? But through all the negative subconscious, I affirmed against the whole time. Okay, good. Well, glad I read the rest of that. Jesus Christ. Should I stop contact with SP while he has third party or keep talking to him while manifesting him back? Well, are you talking to them like they're your friend? And you're just taking friendship because you feel like you won't get anything but friendship from them? That's not great. Are you doing it and you're sleeping with him at the same time as he's with a third party? I don't know what's going on there, darling. Tell me what the situation is, because that sounds a little messed up. Because if you're friend zoning yourself, I wouldn't recommend that. Loz, I need help. What's wrong, Coco? SP is back. I saw that one. There is a third party between my SP and me. Can she manifest my SP back to her even if he doesn't want her? No, guys, they can't do anything in there. Oh, look, in your reality, only you are manifesting, okay? It doesn't matter what that bitch is doing. I want you to get the bitch off your brain, banish her out of your reality in your mind, and stop thinking about her, and just imagine you and your SP together. It literally doesn't matter what she's doing, because you created her with your mind, thinking you weren't good enough, and maybe your SP didn't want you, or didn't love you, or be looking at other girls, or wanting other girls, and therefore there she is. You created her. So get rid of her by not thinking about her anymore. Stop asking me what my pronouns are. Should I stop contact with SP while he has a third party? Ask that one. Could someone block this Lauren Casey person? She's annoying the shit out of me. I script by pretending to write my success story. What's this? SP said he's seeing other people. Should I stop sleeping with him or keep affirming? Oh, fuck, guys. Look, if they've gone off and started sleeping with other people, you've really got to start working on your self-concept and think, can I handle this? If they're sleeping with someone else and sleeping with me, am I going to be able to handle this? Because my self-concept's obviously in the toilet already. So am I going to be able to handle how fragile I'll feel when he starts telling me he's fucked some other chick last night, now he's in bed with me? Are you going to be able to handle that, darling? Doesn't sound like you are going to be able to. Why are you putting up with that? Does that sound great to you? Does that sound fun? Doesn't sound fun to me. It sounds fucked up. How could I forget him? He has already have a girlfriend before I meet him. He has lied on me. What are you talking about? You want to forget him? Well, I don't teach people to forget people here, darling. I teach you to get them back. Is that what you want? Loz, I want to manifest away COVID. Is that possible? Well, in your reality, yes, but not in everyone else's. That's what I'm saying about the collective consciousness thing. Everyone would literally have to stop believing in it for it to go away. Everyone in the world, really, for it to go away. It's why the war on drugs never goes away, or the war on terrorism goes away, because it's on everyone's mind, and they're consciously creating it constantly by talking about it, thinking about it, having it on the news, fighting it. So until everyone stops thinking about it and recognizing it and not turning the attention away from it, it'll continue. So just in your reality, you can have no COVID. Good morning from Sweden. Good morning. The scripting challenge ends today. So sad. Oh, yes. What challenge should we do tomorrow? Yeah, look, if you're not getting the joke by now, you're not going to get it. What's the what joke? I'm trying to manifest him back, but all he do is posting quotes about me on social media. Posting quotes about you. Well, he's doing nasty stuff on social media. Darling, how have you attracted this fuckwit? This guy sounds like an asshole. What, he's saying nasty stuff about you on social media? Or are you reading into the quotes and thinking they're about you and they're not about you at all, but you're just fucking reading into it? Do they say your name? What are you talking about? Guys, if you're reading into what they're posting on social media, you're reading into it and giving it meaning. It's got nothing to do with you, but you're making it about you. But if it's their name, I would seriously assess what kind of beliefs do you have about this guy, because he sounds like an asshole. Change those. Focus on the healthy people you see. They're everywhere. Yeah, focus on the healthy people rather than the COVID people. Time delay is literally stressing me out, but I just don't look at it, right? Guys, if it's stressing you out, you're not living in the end properly. You're worried they're going to meet someone else. You're worried they're going to forget you. They're worried they're going to fall out of love with you. You're worried about a whole lot of shit happening. That's what's happening. What are you worried about? That's why the time delay is stressing you out. Because what beliefs do you have about the time delay? What beliefs do you have about that's bad for you? That's the problem. And that means you're not living in the end correctly. And you've got a whole lot of shitty beliefs you have to get rid of. Like he might find someone else in this time. I better hurry up. Otherwise he'll meet some new chick. They're good quotes, but he just doesn't reach out. Well, what the fuck's that got to do with you, XXX Sue? Stop fucking looking at his social media if it triggers you. What the hell has it got to do with you? They're posting about you. Are they? How do you know that? Or are you giving a good meaning, the good quotes? Well, then good. But if he's not reaching out, it's because you have a belief that he won't. Or you haven't got rid of the old story about them yet. Have we done a visualizing challenge? Oh, I guess we could do that. A visualizing challenge. Oh, yeah. How could we do the challenge? What could we do? There was going to be something after the scripting challenge that people suggested last time, and now I've forgotten what it is. Oh, it was the Fuck the 3D challenge. Oh, have we done that one before? Wasn't it the Fuck the 3D challenge? I feel detached completely the last few days, and it's the best. Good, darling. Morning, Loz. You're great today. Oh, thank you so much. I'm doing affirmations for SP, but I feel like I'm setting myself up for disappointment. Well then, Coco, what the fuck are you doing here? That is an assumption. I'm setting myself up for disappointment. I don't think this will go well. I don't think this will work out. I don't think I can manifest him back. Well, darling, that's your dominant assumption. It's called the law of assumption. What are you dominantly assuming? You're going to be disappointed. Well, then, guess what will happen? You will be disappointed. I've been affirming my SP is obsessed with me, and he is, I'm so happy. Oh, and he is? Wonderful, Millie. Everyone visualise Loz gets a knock at the door. What's this? Gets a knock at the door? Why? I think SP is missing me, but not reached out yet. Watch this space. I would say that they're missing you and that they're going to reach out any day now because they're missing you. Say that. If I want to marry SP, I'm in no contact with them. Do I focus on self-concept and communication affirmations first? Yes, do that, darling, if you want. But imagine you're together with them in your mind, but focus on like they're constantly communicating with me, if you can. But also imagine them together. Not sleeping together, but waiting for him to leave third party because he says he wants to get back with me. Well, there's some reason why the third party's staying in your reality, darling. Either you have a belief that he loves her, he's committed to her, because he's living with her, he's stuck there, because they have children together, he's stuck there. She's got issues and she said she'll, end her life if he doesn't stay with her. There's a whole lot of beliefs you've got about why he's staying there. And until you get rid of those beliefs and the story about that, he won't leave her. What is the story? Thanks, Pawson, for the rose. Hello, how can I manifest contact from my father? Just imagine they're constantly contacting you. My dad's such a wonderful father. He calls me all the time. He's constantly contacting me. He can't go a day without talking to me. We have such a great relationship now. So those things don't. Can I script my manifestation on my phone notes or does it have to be on paper? No, guys, type it out. Do it in your notes, however you want. Do it on toilet paper for all I care. If affirmed COVID does not exist, people are now reflecting, I hear COVID is on hold. Yeah, well, think that. It'll be on hold in your reality, darling. Hang on, guys, I'm going up because I missed a lot of questions before. Loz, your lives make me good about my manifestations. Oh, good, darling. SP cancels plans with me and has hot and cold behaviour, but I keep affirming the opposite. Is that a question? Darling, you're causing the hot and cold behaviour and you're causing him cancelling plans. Do you have a belief that he's flaky, that he cancels on you, that he's non-committal, that he doesn't want to spend time with you, that you're not a priority? That's why. Do you have a belief that he doesn't love you? He wants other girls. He's not interested in you. He doesn't want to spend time with you. He doesn't want you. That's why. Change all those fucking thoughts, or whatever shitty thoughts you're having, and then he'll change. You're causing the hot and cold, and you're causing the cancelling. And I bet you have a belief that he cancels. He's flaky. He doesn't want to spend time with you, and you're not a priority to him. And that's why he cancels. If you have a belief that your SP is so reliable, they'll never cancel on you ever in the history of time. They always want to see me. If you have that belief, they'll never cancel. But you have a belief that he will. And that's about your self-concept, feeling not chosen, rejected, and abandoned. Fix that. What's this? All need to watch Divine Imagination. What's Divine Imagination? Don't know that one. Can I hear some more about self-concept? Well, your self-concept is what you think of yourself in the world. Your concept of yourself. Are you loved, wanted, chosen enough? Or are you not enough, not chosen, not lovable? Self-concept is key, yes. How do you change the thoughts? I want you to write down all your thoughts, darling. Sit there for 20 minutes without any music on, not looking at TikTok, nothing, and just write down every thought you're having. And you really shock the shit out of yourself when you see how negative they are, and then write the opposite of those negative thoughts. I always wonder why it's so easy to have negative beliefs but so hard to believe positive ones. It's because they're trying to protect you. Those thoughts in your mind have been there since you were a child, and they're keeping you safe. So they are attached to the things that happened to you in childhood. Maybe people yelled and screamed, so you don't like getting conflict, so you won't start a fight, or you'll flee when someone has an argument because you're in a yelly, screamy household, okay? Or you'll jump into an argument because you always assume people are argumentative because relationships were like that in your reality, and you'll simply manifest that. So you'll think negatively of the other person, always assume they're starting a fight, but they aren't. It's all based on protecting you and your old beliefs and the old you that you were as a child. Self-concept is so on point. So no negative thoughts when I think of SP. I just think about dates. Oh, wonderful, Nat. Love that. Oh, God, my back's hurting. Sorry. SP was talking to me all day yesterday and complimenting me, but today he didn't talk to me. Well, don't worry, darling. He talked to you yesterday. Do you need it every single day? We don't need the armor we needed as a child. That's wonderful, Gracie. You don't need the armor you needed as a child. It doesn't serve me anymore. The armor I needed as a child doesn't serve me anymore. I can throw it off. I don't need that armor anymore. That's great. That's wonderful, darling. I could do a video on that one. That's beautiful. YouTube, Joseph Ally. Oh, yes, Divine Imagination by Joseph Ally. Yes, it's a great channel. He's wonderful. He explains Neville really well. He's the best explainer of Neville in great detail, I'd say, and Joseph Rodriguez as well. But Joseph Ally's channel is pure Neville. Wonderful, darling. Great suggestion. How to get communication from SP all the time? Well, just say he's constantly contacting you. You're in constant communication. Just assume you're constantly being contacted by them, guys. Assume that and get rid of the old belief that you're not. I sometimes wonder, is my manifestation delusion? I'm trying for years. How can I overcome it? What the fuck are you doing for years? Guys, so many people come on here and they say, I've been trying for years. Well, trying isn't what you're meant to be doing. You're meant to be imagining it's true. That's got nothing to do with trying. And secondly, what have you been doing? Because you've probably been doing some LOA crap that someone told you to do, like 55 by Bible, 369, or sticking shit under your pillow, or talking to a crystal, or manifesting your SP with affirmations all about him, and doing nothing about you and not understanding you have to change you. And then you come on here and say, manifestation doesn't work for me, but you've been doing it all fucking wrong. What have you been doing for years? Tell me. And I'll fix it for you. Because if you think it's delusion, darling, you're not understanding you're manifesting all fucking day, and everything in your current reality is a manifestation of your past thinking. If you don't get that, well, no wonder you're feeling deluded, because you're not understanding you created all the crap that's in front of you, like a breakup. You did that. Well done. You're a masterful manifester. You're not delusional. You're masterful. But you're not understanding that, so you think it's some trick to do and some magic thing, because some fuckwit on an LOA channel told you to stick it under your pillow, and it will magically come true. Because they're an idiot. Best way to imagine and believe. What are the best self-love routines you suggest? I don't really talk about self-love. I talk about self-concept. Self-love's a bit different. It's not deep enough. You can say, I love myself, but you might think you're a shit in relationships. You might think, I love myself, but no one chooses me. I love me. Why does no one choose me? It's self-concept's a lot deeper. Okay? It's what you think of you. But the best way to imagine and believe is step into the state of that every day. I am that, by saying affirmations of I am, or visualizing that you are that now. And you're in situations that reiterate that you are that person now. One thing that helped me is writing the old story on a laptop, then saying it out loud as, what's this, Brody? And saying it out loud. Yeah, writing it down on a computer, yes. And saying it out loud, what? And you write it out in a notebook and highlight keywords so it sticks in your subconscious. What, the old story or the new story? One thing helped me is writing the old story on a laptop and saying it out loud. You write out in a notebook and highlight the keywords so it sticks in your subconscious. You mean the new story? Or the old one? I'm loving the scripting challenge. I'm going to continue after the challenge, reading back through. Good. And keep writing if you want to. Each day is so nice, good. I keep forgetting to do it. Like I said, I'm affirming through the negative, trying to change my thought process. Okay. Well, then that's good. How can I change my self-worth to a wealthy version? A what version? Does that say wealthy? I don't understand that one, darling. Write it again. Loz, I've been manifesting for both of us, and it's working. I've been writing it down and visualizing. Oh, wonderful, Susie. How to bring my new wife back. She introduced divorce. Well, stop imagining she wants divorce, darling. Imagine she loves you. Imagine going back and revise it. Imagine she never asked you for a divorce. Okay? I don't understand that, user 706. A wealthy version. Do you mean wealthy like money? Just say, I am so wealthy. Being wealthy is my birthright. Money comes to me out of the blue now. I have so much money in my bank account. I never have to worry about money again. I can spend things. I can spend money easily. I can buy whatever I want. Start saying those affirmations, okay? And see the world from the eyeballs of someone who's wealthy and would walk into a shop and could buy anything. You don't have to buy everything, but you can imagine that you would be able to. I know my SP is mine, and he will be next. Self-concept and point. People from the past coming back. Lol. Wonderful, darling. I love it. Do we stop seeing them if they're talking to other girls? I don't know what to do. Okay. Taxio O. You come in here with a lot of questions every week, and the questions are always about your SP. And you haven't yet asked me a question about your self-concept yet, which makes me believe that you're not focusing at all on yourself and you're doing everything about them, and you're focused on them with other girls, them wanting other girls, affirming for them, having a relationship with them, getting him to commit to you. And you're not changing you, which is the whole problem. And if he's choosing other girls over you or sleeping with other girls over you, that's all to do with you feeling shit about yourself, feeling like you're used for your body, feeling like you're not the girlfriend because you don't feel good enough in yourself and you haven't changed that. And until you change that, all those bitches are going to stick around, and it doesn't matter how many questions you ask me about what should I do in the 3D. Should I keep sleeping with him? What do I think when he's with other girls? What you got to think is, I'm the girlfriend. I'm good enough. I'm beautiful. He loves me because I'm sexy and gorgeous and smart, and whatever the fuck is the opposite, the shit you're thinking that's causing him to want other girls in your reality. And what you're not changing is you, and that's why you keep asking the same fucking questions about him on every live that you're on, and they're not about you, which makes me think you're not changing your self-concept at all. Do that, and then your questions will change, and you'll start saying to me, oh, he's coming towards me now and he's paying me more attention, and I'm not worried about those bitches anymore because I know I'm the shit. And actually a whole lot of other guys giving me attention. I don't even care about that fuckwit anymore, and I'll say, hooray, the penny's dropped. She's finally working on her shitty self-concept that caused her to pick a guy who picks other girls over her. Guys, if you're picking a guy who's sleeping with other girls while he's sleeping with you, I seriously ask you, how far down the toilet bowl is your self-concept that you would put up with that? Got it? Don't ask me a question again about him if you're on another live. Okay, thank you. You got it? I want you to work on your self-concept because you clearly don't feel chosen or enough, which is why that person isn't choosing you. So start saying, I am fucking chosen. I'm the chosen one. I'm the girlfriend. Of course he loves me because I'm so this, and build yourself up until you come back to the next live. Because I don't want to hear about that SP again because he sounds like a fuckwit. But he'll change if you change. Can I get a 1-to-1 with you, please? No, darling, I don't do them anymore. But I promise, I was talking today with my new assistant, Brittany. Yay! Brittany's going to assist me to do all the group coaching and the paid Facebook group that will have the group coaching in it, and the YouTube. Yay! So, guys, if you see Brittany Nicole on here all the time, she's going to be my assistant to help me. Isn't that great? And so we were talking about today about the group coaching, how to set that up. So what we'll do is we'll have a paid group, and the Google Meet coaching will go in the group every week. So if you participated in the group coaching with about 12 or 15 other people, every week you can watch them back, and there'll be 2 coachings a week. So as part of the paid membership of the Facebook group, you get to watch these coachings. Or if you just do the coaching one-off, you'll get to be in the group for the month and watch everyone else's coaching. So I'm going to do group coaching instead of 1-to-1. Okay, guys? Does that sound good to you? Loz, what affirmations do you have for me to have an easy, natural labour and delivery, no tearing? I'm scared. Okay, listen. There's a whole lot of affirmations that are given to women who want to do natural births, and they're things like this. My body was born to do this. My body knows what to do. My body knows how to give birth. It's my birthright. My body understands exactly what it needs to do at exactly the right time. My body stays relaxed during the whole process because it knows what to do. My body knows how to do this. My body knows how to do this. My body knows how to do this without me feeling anything. I can do this pain-free. My body does not harm me because it knows what it's doing. I can do this so naturally. I'm a natural at this. I'm a natural mother. I'm a natural at giving birth. I'm just making these up, but if you go and look at birthing affirmations or labour affirmations on the internet, you'll find a whole lot of them, because a lot of women go to birthing centres, don't take any epidurals or anything, and they're probably things like, my cervix dilates so easily. I am so open and able to give birth. My body is a natural birther, or something like that. My womb knows what to do. Things like that. There'll be things like that. Go and read them and just say them over and over. And while you're trying to breathe and you're doing the breathing and you're giving birth, affirm literally while you're doing it if you can. Have them written on the wall or on place cards, and just hold them in front of you and be like, I'm saying these. Or have them in a recording, okay? And just say them over and over and think them over and over whilst you're in labour, whilst you're giving birth. Seriously, because my cousin did it. And she went from a terrible labour to a totally natural one. the second time and third time. I have a lovely big pelvis. Yeah, that's great. That's great, Adele. I affirmed he wants a relationship and he said he did. Now how do I affirm I'm actually in one? Oh, darling, assume you're in one. Don't assume you're not in one. If he says I do want a relationship, then assume you're already in one. Guys, a lot of you need the affirmation from him of like, you are my girlfriend. You need to hear the words. I want you just to assume you are. I'm the girlfriend. Of course I'm the girlfriend. He's in a relationship with me. Of course he is. And just think that. That's it. Hang on, I want to see what people are saying about the birthing thing. Was there any more suggestions? My body was made for giving birth. Yeah, that's great. My body was made for giving birth. Yes, I just had the easiest birth. Do the hypnosis affirmations and listen to it. It really works. Oh, did you, Gracie? So you did that and it worked. So it's like you're hypnotizing yourself with the affirmations. Like, I know how to do this. I know how to do this. My body knows how to do this. Because you think about it, guys, like your body wasn't built to not know how to do it. If you watch a gorilla, okay, the way they give birth, I'll just demonstrate how a gorilla gives birth, right? And we're from primates. They give birth bending over. And they literally bend over and they just pull the baby out like that. Now, the way we give birth is we started standing up. So we've actually fucked this, the way that our body gives birth naturally, like in this incline. So when you're lying down on a bed and you're doing that, it's not helping. So it's almost like the way our body has shaped itself to be human, to be a Homo sapien, has kind of messed it up. But it wouldn't have messed it up so much that we can't do it. Okay, so there must be a way to still do it and have it in a natural way, just like a gorilla can pull the baby out. Okay? Think that you're like a gorilla that can just go, boop. It's that natural. I'm not explaining this very well, but I'm just trying to say that we evolved to be able to still give birth just the way a gorilla can, very, very easily. That was a terrible explanation, but anyway, you get my point. Yes, hospital births lying down are crazy. That's what causes tearing because of premature pushing. If I was going to give birth, I'd probably give birth like this, just crouching down. I don't know what scientifically they say is best, but I don't know if the lying down's a great idea. Hang on. Oh, my light. How to manifest communication. Just imagine they're constantly contacting you. Yeah, you need gravity. Exactly, the gravity. Yeah, I think I'd just stand up. Yes, squatting is best, yeah. It would be, wouldn't it? It's like going to the toilet. It's like if you sit on the toilet, they say put your legs up. Because putting your legs down defies the way you're meant to be going to the toilet. That's why people have little poo stools in their toilet. Stand up and drop an egg. Yes, exactly like a chicken. Yoga ball, open and bounce. Oh, is that what you do? Yoga ball. Is that what you did, Gracie? A yoga ball. So you're sitting on it. Ah, okay. That's the way to do it then. How do you imagine they're constantly contacting you? You can imagine your phone constantly seeing their number. You can send yourself text from them. Imagine it was from them if you really need to do that. Is it possible that other suitors fall through because our manifestation on the SP? No, because you're just ignoring them, pushing them away in your reality, darling. And then they'll be there trying to get your attention. You're ignoring them. Okay? I had stirrups. Oh, did you? Well, that's the old-fashioned way, isn't it? When I had my first son, I didn't read any books or horror stories. It's probably best not to. Exactly. You don't want to hear the fucking horror stories. Yep, I'm his girlfriend. He even held my hand in public when we went for brunch last week. Oh, did he, darling? Oh, I love that, Nat. Yes, while listening to the affirmations, game changer, one push, walked out with baby. No, Gracie, really? Did the affirmations bouncing on a yoga ball? And then how did you actually give birth? Did you do it by squatting or bending over like a bed like that? Or how did you do it? That's amazing. One push. Were you standing up or something? That's amazing. I just trusted our bodies were made to do this and trusted my breath. That's great, Gretel. And you had a good birth too? These stories are great. When I had my first son, I didn't read any books or horror stories. Wonderful. You just trusted yourself and trusted your body. Great. How long do we need to affirm for something and how can we get it to stick for good? It's just changing your subconscious thinking. So how long have you been thinking that subconscious thought? A long time probably, so you need to affirm a lot to get rid of it, or a short amount of time depending. If you want to believe it happens quick, it can happen quick for you, but it takes some time. Hang on. I'm too magnetic after affirming. I'm getting hit on by dudes. Are you, Rob? Jesus. Yeah, I get hit on by girls all the time. Hi, Megan, darling. I just saw your wonderful post in the Facebook group about your New York office. Oh, amazing. Things are going from leaps to bounds, or whatever that expression is. Holy shit, darling. Amazing. Congratulations. How long do we need? I saw that one. Hang on, guys. I'm going up. I missed a lot. Yes, while listening to the affirmations, game changer, one push, walked out with a baby. That's amazing, Gracie. I had in mind, just go with your body and what helps you scream if you want. I had in mind, just go with your body and what helps you scream if you want. Okay, that's what you did, Possum. Oh, wonderful. Go with your body, yeah. Loz, I think I may be confusing my subconscious by living in the end and affirming for union. Why? How's that confusing you? It'll fight you. If you're being confused by it, it's because it's fighting you and saying, no, he's not here, bitch. God, this is delusional. What the fuck's wrong with you? He's not here. What are you, nuts? It's probably doing that, is it? Your subconscious will fight you. If it doesn't see it in the 3D, it will say, have you lost your mind? It doesn't like it. What if SP marries her and he just gave her a ring, maybe manifested me away because I left him? What's this? What if SP marries her? He just gave her a ring. Okay, look, you need to not know that information and just forget about it, that he gave her a ring. Who fucking cares? People get rings every day and it doesn't mean they're going to get married. Engagement does not guarantee marriage. You know the amount of people I know that got engaged and didn't get married? Just so you know. Okay? So stop giving that the meaning that they're going to get married. You've manifested that third party into your reality by imagining you're not good enough and imagining perhaps that he's a player or he didn't want you or he looks at other girls or other girls are more interesting to him than you and therefore she's turned up. So if you made her turn up, you can make her go away. What if there is no one to imagine? I haven't found someone I like in years. Don't worry, darling. Just say, I have my dream man or I have my dream woman and write a dream woman or man checklist, ideal traits that you wish they had, the way they treat you, etc. in a little journal. Imagine they're with you, lie in bed every night as if they've got their arms draped around you, they're wrapped around you, and they'll come about, trust me. I've manifested someone to the letter of what I put in my ideal man checklist, to the letter, and I found it later and went, my God, this was him. Except I forgot to put, not a fucking narcissistic lunatic. But that's it. That's obviously the assumption I had about him, so he turned up that way. Oh, thanks, Megan, darling. The guy from the past literally just told me it was such a privilege being with me. Oh, did he? Such a privilege being with you. That's wonderful. Is it okay to cry when imagining SP because it feels so nice being loved by them? Yes, guys, but don't sit there dwelling in the sadness. I don't want your dwelling place to be depression. What if they tell you they don't love you the same way anymore because you think they don't, so then they'll say it? You've got to stop thinking that. You're going to not care what they say. It's a manifestation, your old shitty thinking that you weren't good enough and not loved by them, not wanted by them, and then they'll fucking say it. How to become more intuitive. There's no such thing as intuition, darling. It's called you manifest shit, and then you think, oh my God, I thought that would happen. My intuition told me so, but you literally manifest it by thinking dominant thoughts about the situation, and when it showed up, you thought it was some kind of coincidence or intuition. It wasn't. You manifested it with your dominant thinking. There's no such thing as intuition. It's literally manifestation. He's probably going to cheat on me. I can see so many red flags. There's something not right about him and then he cheats. Oh, I knew it. My intuition was right. No, you manifested it by thinking there were red flags and he was a bad guy and ta-da, you manifested cheating. What's this? SP reached out to me. We had a great convo for 2 days now. Gone quiet. Darling, you don't need to talk every fucking day, do you? Just imagine they've gone off to get a life. Imagine they're playing hard to get. Imagine they fell down a well and lost their phone. I don't know. Give it good meaning that he's really, really wanting to not seem too keen so that he doesn't lose you. He doesn't want to look desperate. Okay? I'm a magnet to all my desires and love flows to me in abundance. Love that, Adele. What's Molly Active saying? I missed it. So, what'd you say, darling? I missed the whole thing. If I saw a guy and spoke a few words, but I want to see him again, do I just imagine bumping into him? No, don't imagine the how. Imagine you're together with him already. Don't imagine how it's going to come about. That won't happen. You've got to just imagine you're together with him in your mind, your boyfriend and girlfriend, and how it will come about that you bump together into him will happen. Okay? Where is Marley Active's comment? I bloody missed it. Put it again, darling. I missed it. The hospital couldn't believe I was fully dilated when I arrived. Really, darling? Because you were just so relaxed and trusting your body and your breath and stuff. Ah, love that. Also, loving how you deliver your advice, breath of fresh air. So thank you. Oh, wonderful, darling. You're welcome. Do you need to keep changing affirmations every day, though the first one not to come true yet? Fuck no, darling. I don't want you to change them ever. They've got to be repetitive so they sink in. How long have you been thinking the other shit? You thought that a lot in your brain, like I'm not good enough, before you started believing you weren't fucking good enough. Please don't change them. Who the fuck told you to change your affirmations? They're a fuckwit. Stop watching them. You've got to repeat them, darling, a lot. Don't change them every day. That's the worst advice I've ever heard. Is it birds for lamb when a fling from 8 years ago who was crazy over you starts talking to you again? Yes, darling, absolutely. Where is this thing that Marley Active said? Darling, put your comment in here so I can read it. What about dreams? How can I interpret them? Look, I had a dream this morning that my friend, who's a famous Instagram influencer who like goes to Paris Fashion Week and hangs out with Naomi Campbell, suddenly opened a pharmacy and became a pharmacist. What the fuck's that mean? Absolutely nothing. And I woke up this morning thinking, why would I think that? What a stupid fucking dream. Dreams don't mean anything unless you think they do. You give it the meaning. My meaning this morning was, what the fuck? That's it. Doesn't mean anything unless you give it the meaning. So give it good meaning. Does living in the end work for people who don't know you yet or celebrities? Yes, guys, it works with everyone. What does it mean? I am is universal affirmation. It just means I am is your consciousness, what you're conscious of being, and everyone is one. We are all one consciousness, and everyone is their own I am. I am this, I am that, and we're all linked in oneness. That's why when you reflect your thought out, everyone hears it in their own brain, because we're all conscious of being oneness, one consciousness. I didn't explain that very well, but that's what it means. What is inspired action? It's some bullshit term that people have adapted from Neville and used on TikToks wrongly. I'll explain it how Neville explains it, but you're probably thinking of it like, when I feel inspired, I'll take action, which is wrong. That's not right. Inspired action is, you don't know why you're taking the action, you take it, and then afterwards you realise that that action that you took led to your manifestation. But at the time, you don't feel inspired, you don't actively go, I'm going to do this to get my manifestation, nothing of the sort. After you've acted and taken the action, you think, oh, that's why I did that. That's inspired action. If anyone's telling you to take action because you feel inspired, I want you to stop watching them because they are fucking retarded and they don't understand that that is not manifestation. That is called action. And if they're teaching you that, they're an action coach, not a manifestation coach. And action has absolutely nothing to do with manifesting. Got it? Do you suggest no contact while we manifest SP back? No. I don't recommend going no contact, but you're in no contact already, then yeah, don't fucking contact them unless you have to. But don't go no contact. No, that's ridiculous. It's harder that way. I wouldn't recommend it. Hi, Loz. Can you please explain the reticular activating system and law of assumption? Okay, your reticular activating system is how everyone thinks angel numbers come about. Your reticular activating system your brain can't notice everything all the time in your reality. Otherwise, your brain will be so overwhelmed by every single little thing it sees in a room, in an environment. It would just be overwhelmed and be taking in all the information. So it filters out the things it thinks are important so that it can process that important stuff mostly first. Okay? So, things like this. If you want to buy a black Range Rover and you've gone online and started looking at pictures, as you're driving your shitty car that's now not a black Range Rover, you'll start noticing on the road black Range Rovers. And they'll be everywhere to you. And you'll think, oh my God, I never noticed them before. I'm noticing them now. And that's because your reticular activating system has realised, oh, this is important now. So we're going to filter out all other cars and only notice black Range Rovers. And that's how angel numbers work. And everyone thinks it's someone magically sending them 1111 from fucking heaven or the universe or their guides, whatever bullshit they believe in. And it's simply their brain is filtering out all other numbers because suddenly 1111 or 44444 has become important to them. And they're filtering out all other numbers. So when they look at the clock and it says 11 past 11, they freak out and think, oh my God, my guide's sending it. My guide's not doing shit. Your reticular activating system thought that number was important. It filtered out all other numbers. And when the clock turned, it made you turn your head to look at the number or notice it or see it on a sign. That's it. That's all it is. It's not your guides. It's not intuitive, it's not a sign. It's your reticular activating system filtering for your brain. Loz, do you ever start doing meditation Mondays on live or will there be meditation courses? Ah, yes. So I'm going to do meditations on YouTube. So maybe that's when you know what I'll do? I'll release the meditation videos on a Monday. How about that? So every Monday on my YouTube, there'll be a new meditation. How about that? And then the rest of the week will be a live and another video. But on Mondays, I'll release a meditation. Should I do that? And then I can do some live meditations on here as well. But I'll release the meditations on YouTube on a Monday. How about that? That'll make more sense. Because if I just do a live on here and start trying to do meditation with people, a lot of people get on here and be like, why is this bitch not answering my questions? Answer my questions. But I could do it. I mean, one guy on here is wonderful. His name's, what's his name? Luke Francia, or whatever his name, Francia. And he does affirmations, and he just sits there and he has lovely music playing in the background. He's like, sweetie, you're a wonderful snack. You're delicious. You're gorgeous. And he does that gay laugh, that he calls it his gay laugh, gay evil laugh, whatever. Everyone know who I'm talking about? And he does these lives where he talks about affirming. He's like, and baby, you're so luscious. You're like a delicious snack. And you're so beautiful. Anyone seen his lives? They're beautiful. I mean, he does it. I suppose as people get on, they realise the soothing music's playing. It's not a time to ask questions. Anyone understand who I'm talking about? Yeah, they're great, aren't they? He's really good. He's really, really good. Yes, I've listened to it and it's so soothing, but people expect that of him on his lives. Or on mine, they're expecting me to answer manifestation questions, so I'd have to kind of rejig it to like, no, on Mondays I'm doing this, or... Everyone knows who I'm talking about? I think it's Luke Francia, Francia, or something like that. He's got glasses and dark hair. He looks a bit Asian, but he's not Asian. They're expecting you to start shouting at them. Yeah, they'll expect me to start shouting at them, and soothing music and me doing meditation has probably scared the shit out of them. I'm like, what's happened to Loz? Shuttle lobotomy. How can circumstances not matter when he put conditions to be in a relationship with me? He put conditions. Darling, if you think the conditions that he's put in your relationship are important, then they're the circumstances. And you're looking at the circumstances and believing them and thinking, well, there's all these conditions on our relationship. We can't spend Mondays together. I can't call him. He'll only spend time with me on every second weekend, because you've got a belief that he rules the relationship and what he says goes, and the conditions you have to follow because you're so fucking far below him. You've got him in such a pedestal that you've got to follow him, otherwise you'll lose him. How fucking low down is your self-concept that you're believing or listening to or obeying, like he's Hitler, conditions he's set upon your relationship? Why are you doing that? That's about you, darling. Did you have a controlling father or mother in your household? Did you get controlled? Were you abused? Were there people who took control of you in life and therefore you let other people control you? How can you manifest someone who is already in a relationship and doesn't know you? Just imagine you and them together, and the circumstances of that do not matter. Loz, this guy told me he's changed and appreciates me. Wonderful, darling. Love that. How can I fully live in the end while ignoring the 3D? Guys, you don't have to ignore it. You can accept it. See it. Accept it is easier than ignoring it. But living in the end in your mind, if you really want to ignore the 3D, you've got to never fucking look at it. Never let it throw you, which is very hard. But you've got to live in your mind more. So every time you see something in the 3D that throws you, go back in your mind. No, he loves me. No, we're blissfully happily married, aren't we, babe? Oh, and have inner conversations with him. Imagine scenes. That it is your living in the end. Could you give tips on self-concept? I did that earlier, but there aren't really any tips, guys. It's just step into the state of the new you, the new beliefs about you, okay? My self-concept course will go into depth about this, I promise. And if you're really lost, go to the Facebook group and watch every single live video about self-concept. Just write SC or self-concept in the search bar in the group and you'll see all the videos, okay? But I talk about it on every live. We're always together and he never wants to be apart from me. My old thinking has effed my 3D. Okay, well, if your old thinking was he never wanted to spend time with you, then he's probably not spending time with you now. So start thinking that new thinking. Absolutely. Is the reticular activating system helping to manifest, or a filter and dominant thoughts manifest? No, reticular activating system doesn't do shit. It's just filtering out things in your 3D. It doesn't help you manifest anything, which is why angel numbers aren't helping you. In fact, they're hindering your manifestation if you constantly focus on them, because all you'll manifest is more angel numbers. Got it? Which is why I get really discouraged when people start talking about angel numbers on here. Because I think all you're manifesting is a number that you constantly see and you're not getting a manifestation any fucking time soon. Are we still doing the 14-day scripting challenge? I think it ends tonight or tomorrow. So what challenge should we do tomorrow, guys? We're going to do the Fuck the 3D challenge. Someone suggested, what was the other one at the beginning of the live? Visualization challenge. Thoughts on SATs, the state akin to sleep. It's a very good idea. It's just getting into a drowsy state. Could be as you're waking up, as you're falling asleep, lying in an easy chair and just drifting off into your brain and not allowing other thoughts to throw you. That's the state akin to sleep. You don't have to meditate, not necessary. It's just a drowsiness, a natural drowsiness to turn your monkey mind off before you visualize. What's your YouTube name? I haven't launched it yet, but it's just Subconscious Laws, like my name here. I manifested talking to the cute guy at the vet, and then he couldn't stop staring. Oh, wonderful, darling. I love it. Loz, how do you script? You go into your journal or into your phone notes or on a computer and you just write down a story that you would like to happen. So it could be a diary entry. Dear diary, John and I spent the day together today. Oh, it's so wonderful being his wife. He treats me so beautifully, blah, 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 as if you're already married. Okay? Or the story of your honeymoon. Or it could be your wedding vows to each other. Anything that would imply your wish has already happened. I just manifested a catch up with someone I find interesting. Oh, wonderful, Mother of Three Kings. Talking to my SP keeps triggering me. I don't want to ignore him, but I find it really hard. Darling, you've got to get a handle on your triggers. It's got nothing to do with your SP. So if you have to remove yourself from him so you don't get triggered, do that. But you've got to work on your triggers. Work on your self-concept. Why are you getting so triggered? It has literally nothing to do with your SP. And if you start blaming him for you getting triggered, he'll think you're a fucking nutbag. People do that all the time. You're triggering me. You're making me feel upset. They're not doing anything of the sort. Your triggers trigger you all by yourself without any help from them. SP came back. Then I brought up old story. And then we stopped talking again. What do I do to get him back? What the fuck did you do that for? Darling, I say every time, don't bring up the old story. It doesn't exist. They're coming back as the new them and then you're just screwing it and taking them back DeLorean style back to the future to the old shitty version. Okay. Imagine you didn't do that. Don't beat yourself up. Just imagine you didn't bring it up and that it's all new story now and he's just the new version and none of that you even said. You didn't even do it. And if you can't do that, just imagine that the old story doesn't matter and he's coming back any day now. Well, I've just had a dream, my opposite of manifestation. Guys, it happens all the time. Don't give it any meaning. How do I manifest if I don't know? I saw that one. What's the difference between scripting and revising? It's completely different. Scripting is writing down a story. Revising is going back to the scene that happened in your 3D and changing it in your mind. Like you're going back to the future and changing it. I just got Birds for Land. What do I do now? I don't know, darling. What's the situation? Birds for Land's great. It's new attention. Wonderful. Is it okay to only visualize and to not do affirmations? Yes, guys, you can do that. But if your thinking all day is shit, then that's what affirming is. You're currently affirming shitty thoughts. Are you changing those thoughts? That's all affirming is. If you're not flipping your thoughts and changing your thoughts and having McDonald's of the brain, shitty thoughts all day, then visualizing is great, but the shitty thoughts aren't going to help you during the day. SP shuts her feelings off and goes quiet after a great combo, saying it is what it is. Okay, Vicky, so you have a really, really shitty story about her, that she can't express her emotions, that she shuts her feelings off, that she's not vulnerable, she's not open, she doesn't like discussing things that are sensitive, she can't handle it, she shuts down, she pushes you away, and. It's a whole fucking story you got going. If you change that about her and start saying she loves being vulnerable, she can express her feelings so easily to me now, she's such an open book with me, she'll change. But you've got a fucking shitty story. Until you change that story about her, she won't change. Lois, I reacted to 3D. Did I mess up my manifestation? No, darling, stop imagining that you have. Just say, it doesn't matter what I do, I can't mess this up. I'm getting so much progress, but lately talking to him is what triggers me and I just find it hard. Well, then remove yourself for a little while and don't talk to him as much until you get a handle on your fucking triggers, darling, if you need to. You don't have to do that, but if you need to. Is it okay to affirm no woman compares to me and I have zero competition? What do you think? Yes, there's no competition in my reality. No woman compares to me. They're wonderful affirmations, yes. How do I manifest if I don't know? I saw that one. I told you. Just imagine you and them together. It doesn't matter that you don't know each other yet. I've manifested a celebrity, a semi-celebrity in England that I didn't know, and we ended up in a semi-relationship, a very short relationship. I didn't know him. He didn't know me. It came about. I am getting so much I saw that one. Yesterday, I put on our songs and visualised that we were dancing to them. Felt so good. Oh, that's wonderful, Sissy George. That's great. What a great idea. I took the emotionally unavailable from my ex to my SP. I know that now. What, so now they're emotionally unavailable in the next person? Well, that's you, not them. If you're getting that, that's good. I'm having stupid thoughts about being ill. Please help. I'm never ill. I'm so healthy. Health is my birthright. I'm healthy all the fucking time. Stop saying you're ill. Stop thinking that. What's your favourite SP affirmation? There's a gazillion of them, guys. We're just saying things like, he loves being my man. He loves his life with me. Things like that are my favourite. Watch out, guys. My SP found my journal. Please watch out. Oh, no. Doesn't matter, darling. Just give that good meaning that he loves all the things you wrote about him. If I want marriage but want to wait till after college, should I affirm after I graduate? You can affirm it happens after. You don't have to wait till then. You can just imagine that after you graduate, you get married. Do you get exhausted doing this, Liza? I'm getting exhausted right now because this light's really hurting my eyes. And last night I was sitting here doing this. It made me dizzy, and it's doing the same thing again. So, guys, I better go soon because I've had 2 really long lives. One really long one this morning and one last night that was really long because Sasha and Kim Belez were both on the live, and so I stayed on extra long because both the manifesting coaches were here. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Please do follow me if you don't follow me already. I go live twice a day, so put the notification bell on so you get all notifications. Come to the Facebook group. I'll give you warning that I'm going to go live, okay? And you can come and join the challenge in there. We'll do a new challenge tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe fuck the 3-day challenge, maybe. And then you can watch these lives back. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye.